Okay, hello, good morning, guys. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I have been MIA. I've been missing in action. I've been doing absolutely everything and just didn't have time to get in front of a camera and speak to you guys or even vlog. That's how much I've been out of it. Anyway, I am back and I'm stealing a moment to speak to you guys. About what's been going on and what's on my mind right now. I think the most dominant thing that's been consuming me is friendships. The fact that I have no friends, like close friends in New York. It's not a pity party. I'm not throwing a woe is me situation here. I just want to talk about it. Because I'm sure other people are in the same situation, especially as we get older. Friendships are an interesting one. I used to feel kind of down about it, and I may feel down about it again at some point. But the space I'm in is quite clear now. Like I've worked and I'm working through my friendships and how I show up. So rewind, way back when, I used to be so good at making friends. It was so easy for me. I could just speak to anybody and we would develop a connection. And I've always had friends, one or two or three, or a whole group of friends. I've never lacked in that department. I've been very lucky that way. And I've had good, close friendships as well. Since moving to New York, that has been different. Like the majority of my core support is in different countries, in the UK, Canada. We're just scattered in Europe. And it's been a struggle since moving to New York. And it's not necessarily because I'm in New York. I think it's a bunch of things. The fact that we're much older, we're in our 30s, people have kids, as I've said, people have their families, they have their core network, they have their careers, and it's just harder to break into, people's friendship circles. People have less time. So it's already, you're already, I guess, up against the wall when it comes to that. It's harder to make friends as you're older. But for me specifically, since moving here, I've just been in a season of change and a season of pain and a stripping away of who I was, who I thought I was, and into this person that I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm in a phase of relearning, unlearning, or just building myself again. I'm in a phase of actually, who are you at the core of you? And so when I had those opportunities to be in friendship with people, to meet people, I was showing up in pain. All I really had to offer was my trauma. So I feel like I did a lot of trauma dumping on people. And when you're just meeting somebody as nice as people want to be, it's really hard to just receive all this information and hold it. It's hard. People, like I said, people have busy lives. So I think I was showing up in pain and just giving too much of that to people. And in all honesty, it can and it does put people off. So I think there's an element of that where people are like, this is too much. You're asking too much of me. I can't carry this. And so they take a step back, right? I think I didn't give people an opportunity to necessarily know the other side of me, the happy side of me, the fun side of me, because I was completely consumed in this other side. And that's all I was showing up as. And again, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, and they're not to blame, I'm not to blame, it just is what it is. But coming to that realization has really and is really informing me of how I want to move going forward. And the other thing that I've noticed in the way I show up in friendships, especially at the beginning, is that I want people to feel safe around me and to like me, to think that I'm a nice person, which I am a nice person, and to not feel threatened by me. Like, I'm not a threatening person, I'm nice, and yes, in part, that is very much me. I am a very empathic person and very open. But I think part of that comes from my desperation to build those deep connections and to be liked, to be accepted, right? And I've ended up, I feel like I'm chasing more, and I'm checking up on people more who are not necessarily checking up on me, and just doing more than I need to do. I just doing the people pleasing. And that's not just, now. I think in my life generally, I've been a people pleaser, and I've noticed that in my friendships. So just overexerting myself. It's just that desperation, guys. It's that desperation. And it's tiring. I am actually really tired of pouring into people who are not necessarily pouring into me, and who don't necessarily have time or energy to pour into me, or who don't want to. I've come to a conclusion that that's actually not how you're going to make long-lasting friendships. That is not how you're going to connect with people. So I've decided to take a step back. I've decided to not be so desperate to have connection. I'm doing more things on my own. I'm going hiking with the sole purpose of going hiking and having this new experience. I'm going with a group of people that I've no idea who they are. It's just a women's group, and I'm just going to go and just enjoy myself instead of going with the ulterior motive or the motive of making friends. I'm doing that more and more. I'm doing more activities on my own, whether it's going to the cinema or going to the theater, on Broadway, just seeing a play, going to a comedy show on my own, and just enjoying my time, just really enjoying me. And I may be overthinking this, but I'm thinking, if I don't even, know who I am, or if I'm not even comfortable with myself, what am I presenting to people? How am I showing up, in my friendships? You know what I mean? So I just want to be a bit more comfortable with myself. I don't want to say I'm matching energy, because, it's not that. It's not negative. I think there's an element of protecting myself from rejection and letting go of desperation, and working on being more authentic, right? More authentic and not people pleasing, and giving people space, giving people room, and giving whatever we may be building space to breathe, right? Not dumping everything. That's where I am with friendships. I know that I'm going to connect with people when the time is right, or the right people in the right, the right situation. I know that, this is just a phase that I'm going through, and I'm really happy that I'm viewing it this way, as opposed to, where I was feeling down about it and thinking, what's wrong with me? It's always that, what's wrong with me question. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a phase that you are going through. My people are out there. It's just a matter of when, and moving differently, and really understanding, just knowing myself and what I have to offer in relationships, and knowing that what I have to offer is of value. I think I underestimate what I have to offer and overestimate what, other people have to offer me, especially in this city. It's like, oh, I need them more than they need me, because they have their own friends. I'm the new one here. And, I shouldn't think that way. Anyway, I say all that to say friendships are tricky. Adult friendships are tricky. Moving to a new city and trying to build connections with people is hard, and that's okay. Like, I think a lot of people are struggling with that. It appears that everybody else has their friends, you know, it always, from the outside looking in, it always looks like other people have it figured out. All aspects of their lives, like it's all figured out. And we just don't know. We really just don't know. All I know is that it's been tricky for a number of reasons. And you know, if other people are out there struggling to build those connections, you're not alone. You're not the only one. It is, it's hard out here. But it's good to look at how you show up, what your needs are in, you know, in these relationships. What are you looking for in the relationships, and what can you give? And you know, value what you can give. Really, really value what you bring to the table, as they say, in your friendships, and move forward positively. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I would advise. I hate advising people. I hate giving advice, but that's my 2 cents on this whole friendship issue, is that you are not alone. You are not in this on your own. We are out here struggling, but also take it as an opportunity to learn. Anyway, having rambled on, I think I am now going to go and get ready for my Pilates, and I will see you very soon. You'll be seeing my face more often on this channel, guys. And again, I'm sorry I've been gone for a minute, but I am back, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.